I've been out shopping today. Had a 60% coupon. I went to Michael's, AC Moore, and I'm heading to Hobby Lobby. Where'd you go, John? You see John down?
Yeah.
Okay. Hi everyone, it's Penny. Today is October the 15th. I hope you are having a beautiful day. Here in New Jersey today, we are in the mid-60s. Very nice, strong sun. I know you saw me early in the video. That was on the 7th of October. My intention was to make a video 2 days later because I had another 60% off. However, I did not go back out to the stores until my other 60% coupon was valid, and that was the 13th. So hopefully I'm not confusing you. I do know what I brought at each stores. I went to Tuesday Morning, Michael's, AC Moore, and Hobby Lobby. And the last store before we went home was Hobby Lobby. And I picked up 2 of these Yarn Bee Mini Sweet Minis. And I've never worked with this before, so it's 300 yards total, a 5mm crochet hook, and a 4mm knitting needle, US 6. Cactus blooms. Okay, so I think these colors are really pretty. So Calvin had a 40% off, and I had a 40%. So each of us picked up one of these. So I looked at it, and it's different from Cameron Pantone from Michael's Yarn Inspiration. Michael sells these, not from Michael, but Michael sells these. So these is individual, and you have to put those in a ball. So these look like they already in a donut. So it's less work, but cute. Don't know what I'm going to do with that. It can be a 600 yards. That's a lot of yardage. So I can get a nice scarf or a cowl out of that. So that's what I purchased as far as yarn related from Hobby Lobby. And I found these 2 bags right there on the end cap by the yarn area. These was originally $7, so a logic, and they were 50% off. I'm actually going to use these in my mixed media for my markers and pens, things like that, because it's a clear bag. So that's what I was looking for at the dollar store, and they didn't have any. So this worked out perfect. And I found these stickers because I want to make a page for the ocean, all different types of fish, and do a page on wildlife. So I'm building things for my 2 pages. So that's Hobby Lobby. Tuesday morning, it was mostly craft related stuff, but I'll show you the pens. These are fine line pen set. So they go from a fine tip up to a, what do you call it, like a medium. Really nice. I opened them, so I got that. See what I'm saying? I can put these in this bag so I can actually see instead of zipping a whole bunch of bags. So I got these at Tuesday morning. Tuesday morning is getting to be expensive. They're not moving that yarn. The yarn is sitting there. It's overpriced. Last time I went in there, the manager wasn't in there. I said, the next time I go in there, I'm going to have a talk with him and let him know that you need to move that stuff. That stuff's been sitting there for 2 years, and you need to lower the price, I suggest, because no one's not going to buy that stuff. It's old. Okay. And Michael's. This is on the 7th. So I picked up two of these. These are the Barcelona. Someone asked me to go over origin of yarn. Something I really don't do. I mean, it's the only reason why if it's in my face I do it. This is China. Okay. Let's go off the subject here a little bit. Let's talk about some current events. We love current events. Current events is important. Current events is different from talking about a political party. So current events. Maybe you are aware of what's going on in Turkey. Turkey's been having a lot of problems for the last 15 years if you follow current events, world history. What's going on around the world. So, as you may know, there's some problems going over in Turkey and Saudi and the US. Now starting to impose some tariffs. But without talking about the tariffs and everything, I wanted to talk about, I was watching the business channel CNBC, where, they talk a lot about companies, and Volkswagen was set to open a plant in Turkey, and they decided today that they wasn't going to open that plant. And before I learned about that detail, I was talking to Calvin about it. I said we need to watch this because if we get in a back and forth against Turkey, what is our U.S. companies going to do in Turkey? We may not, I don't know if we own any Turkey, any manufacturing companies in Turkey, or we leasing, or we just hiring out. We outsourcing. That's probably a good word for that. Maybe we outsourcing. So as things get tricky, we need to watch that and see how it affects our imports. So that's the current event that I wanted to talk about. Be on the lookout for what's going on in Turkey and see how that may affect our imports, whether it's food, textile, automobile, or what have you. So I just hope and pray that everything can balance itself out in a positive way. Okay. So this is Barcelona from Michael's under their label Loops and Thread. So I purchased two. Calvin purchased one, and I purchased one. I only have one left, and I'll show you why. And this is called Hazel. And this is made in Turkey. Some of the stuff, it I'm trying to explain this. Although this is made in Turkey, this yarn, fibers and stuff could have came from India. So it has something to do with the label is placed on it, then they get the rights to where it was made for. But this may not be all of Turkey material. It may have two or three other countries involved in this. If you look at the iPhone is not made by Apple. You have Intel in there. So many other companies that's making the batteries or making this part and that part. Is just not Apple. So whoever gets the last packaging usually get the manufacturer where it's made at. So some of this stuff could be coming from China or India, and then it's put together in Turkey, and then they get the rights to it. Because I know a lot of people say they don't like to get yarn from China because China laws are relaxed when it comes to chemicals. Yeah. Okay. So okay, I didn't tell you. This is a bulky 5. The crochet hook is a 6, which is a J10. Knit needle is a 6. This has a lot of yardage in it. Did I go past it? 328. It doesn't feel like it. 328. 328. So this is the first time using Barcelona. I heard about it from other hosts, how they go yarn shopping and purchase this. So let me tell you how I found out about Barcelona. Last year during Black Friday, they had a sale at Michael's for this bag. And this bag, it says an $80 value, and it's over 2,624 yards. There's 9 pieces. So I think you get 2, 4, 6, you get 8 skeins of yarn. And I think you get the pattern, which is 9 pieces. And they show you all the colors. And it said it's an $80 value. Yeah, you get 8 skeins of Barcelona yarn, 7 patterns for hats, scarves, cowl, poncho, and you get a crochet hook and a storage bag. But the patterns is on this paper right here, which is getting a little tattered. So during Black Friday, that was on my list to go to Michael's. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to make it, and I was disappointed because I wanted this bag of yarn. One of these at Michael's sell for $9. To me, that's kind of pricey. So 8 times 9 right there. So I know a lot of people bought these bags. I can't remember. I'm thinking they was being sold at $40. I'm not sure. But I was shopping online, Michael's clearance, and this bag was there. And I don't think it was $20, if it was $20. The only mistake I made that I didn't get 2. It probably was a reason why I didn't get 2. This is a pretty color. Wow. This is Heartbeat. This is really pretty. So when I was straightening up my room, I didn't have to clean it because it wasn't dirty. It was just, I had bags on the floor. And that was a couple of weeks ago. And I hung this bag up on a hook on the wall, and I decided to look in it. And that's when I pulled the hazel out. So, and I started making a scarf that day. I went downstairs. I said, I'm going to make a scarf. You know, it was enough to make a scarf. But then I wanted to make a super scarf. So I like those big scarves that go all the way down to your ankle. So, but that's what got me on the Barcelona kick. And my plans is to get 1 or 2 of every color that's in this bag, if they haven't discontinued the colors. Uh-oh. Okay. So this is, oh, it rain. This is the scarf. This is the scarf I made. And it took 2. One was in the bag. I went to the store and got another one. And this is the one that I have left. However, I'm putting fringes on it. And I'm out of this color right here. This one. So, and I started using the darker one. So I'll probably have to do one, do one in this shade, and then the next one will be in this shade. I have to see how I look. If not, I'm going to have to cut into this one. I'm trying to avoid that. But I may have to cut into that for the fringes. So when it gets finished, which is only the fringes and 2 ends that have to be weaved in, my ring is catching this. Wow. Then I'll show you, see how pretty? What it looks like when I'm totally finished. So my goal is to finish it today because I have not crocheted in 2 days. I was resting, and what I did, I straightened up and a couple of rooms downstairs. So that's what I did. So today I can go back to crocheting. And I like to take a break here and there because I don't like to have problems with my shoulders or my hands. And thinking of shoulders, Manda, I hope you are feeling better. Manda's having problems with her shoulder. And Sandra, she's getting her kitchen done and stressing her out. I've been there before. Okay, that's that. Moving right along. As Kim loved for me to say, she get a kick out of that. Let me show you. You know, sometimes they put these inserts into your bag or they hand it to you at Michael's. This is expired, the coupons. Here they say right here. The storage, can you see that? That's probably too close. This right here. I wish I could have, storage. So this storage is usually found in the craft, it's in the craft section. They mostly use for, they usually promote this for, to put your pens and markers and scissors in this. Let me show you what I did with mine. My chair don't need oil. When I think I don't need Calvin, I tell him he doesn't have to come because I don't like picking up things. So, can you see this? This is mine. So this has an overflow of all types of crochet hooks in here. So it's on a carousel and you can spin it around. So that's what I did with mine. So this is quite expensive, but they had it on sale 50% off, and it's a doorbuster. I waited for it to become 50% off, and then I applied another coupon to it. I don't know if it was a 25% coupon, and I got it even cheaper. And this drawer right here, I have stitch marker or progress keepers right here. So if you see these, you know, in that area where people normally use it for the pens and pencils or scissors and stuff, this is also nice for your crochet hooks. So I usually keep this downstairs, so if I need something, I don't have to run upstairs to the 3rd floor. And this is not all of my crochet hooks. Ugh. Okay. Okay, so I wanted to get an idea from that one. Okay, we're going on to the 13th. And the 13th, we went to Michael's and AC Moore only. And the reason why I wanted to go to Michael's, because somebody was showing the new paper at Michael's. The new Christmas paper came in. Yes. So I wanted to get some of the paper, and I know it wasn't on sale, so I had a 60% coupon off. So I had enough money to, I don't know if you can see this. So get some of this paper so I don't have to worry about it when the season gets really busy. And most likely, I bought the envelopes last year, and they marked them down to 50% off, and I was able to use another coupon to get it for $8 because I think a box of them was $20. So you just have to be able to catch the sale at the right time. And these little things, after the coupon, they were $4 a piece. I'm fortunate enough to be able to have 2 Michaels in my location and 2 Joann's, 1 AC Moore. Actually, I can go a little I can also visit other stores in my area, but I would have to travel a little further. But that's okay for me, those two. So me and Calvin, what we do, he have a coupon, I have a coupon, then we just go from store to store. So we don't keep going back in the store. We don't do that. Yeah, so, and Michael, yeah, Mike, still on Michael's. We have, we also picked up these cakes. I think I have two of these already. Cameron Big Cakes. Jordan Almond. Fiber Spider got me hooked on these cakes. He was making the prettiest shawls out of. And this is, of course, yarn inspiration, a medium 4, crochet hook 5mm, knit needle 5. Approximately 603 yards. China. Shipped from China. So I got this one, and I didn't have any of this color, boysenberry. Not that I can remember when I was at the store, because I told Calvin to just go pick up some. So he picked up this one, and we had to go back because I didn't want to start this project and then not be able to finish it because I couldn't find the yarn in the store. So we wound up getting 3. It's a lot of work couponing. I remember when I used to do a lot of that with the food, and I don't get any coupons anymore. And I used to have toothpaste for years. People used to actually shop at my house. From there, I went to AC Moore. I'm at AC Moore now. Just left Tuesday morning. I see they have those Christmas bags. I check those out and go see what I can get for my 60% off coupon. At AC Moore, in the video, you can see where the area for the yarn, it was limited as far as choices for the Serenity Big Ombre. I was buying these for the last 2 months, 50% off, and I was paying $5. And of course, I was stacking another coupon. And when I went into the store, they had these clearance. So, as I learned, clearance means that these are not coming back to AC Moore. But I went on the website, and Premier is still selling these. I think they're on sale for $10, down from $11. So I don't have this color. And this color is dollar. You know how you can say a word, you know how to pronounce it, and then it doesn't come out right. DAHLIA. So it's just not coming out right. This is 273 yards, 100% acrylic, a bulky 5. This knits up very well. This is what I'm making. I'm using this yarn for my boho cardigan. Knit needle and crochet hook is the same. It's a 8. This is made in Turkey with the factory being in North Carolina. Delilah. That's how you pronounce it. See, it finally came out. Just had to give it a second. Yeah, I don't have this color. So I purchased 3 of them because I've been getting them at AC Moore because I've been getting them for $5 better than to go to Premier to get it. And this is a lot of weight. So I got 3 of those, and I think I have 2 of this color already. So I just picked up 1. So these was clearance. I couldn't use any coupons or any additional coupons on this. And this is called Baked Apple. Yeah, kind of do look like a baked apple. Okay. I think Teresa asked me about this orange right there. I don't know if you mean the one at the top right there. I need a pointer. Right there. That's from Premier. And that's a linen yarn. And this one is modern cotton, Barocco. This is from Webs. If you go online, Webs, this is 60% cotton and 40% rayon. I'm trying to say it's made in Peru. 209 yards. I think this one you was asking me about, Teresa. And someone else asked me about this yarn, and I got this from DB&Y. Matter of fact, DB&Y is having a dollar sale today. It's not, they don't have any of those dollar bags that we were getting with the acrylic yarn, but they have some other things that you may be interested in. So if you go to dbny.com and click on the fixed price and you click on dollar, and you'll see a whole bunch of things you may want to work with. Yeah, so that's where I purchased this yarn from. I did videos on those. I am so glad that I didn't include all of those craft items. I was waiting to do a video on my yarn that I ordered from a couple companies, but they're taking too long to get in. So I want to just stay on top of my craft room and keep everything nice and organized. I don't want to be having bags and boxes on the floor. So I'm just going to go ahead and do this Lion brand order. Someone was so nice to tell me, send me an email and tell me they was having 45% off site-wide. In the last video, I did put that code in there. However, 2 hours later, they took it down and put a 40% code in off all kits. You do not have to make the pattern for the kits. You just can get the yarn. That's a good deal. 40% off the kits. I was looking at the kits yesterday. The yarn you get is still a great buy. So what I purchased was the Mako cotton. See if I could find the color. This is orange. So I pulled one off my shelf, and I have this in white. Ugh, stuff sticking onto it. It's like a cloud. All right, take it easy. Don't squeeze me too hard. Okay, so this is the Mako cotton. You can see a little better right here. It is very fluffy. It's a medium 4. It's 94% Mako cotton and 6% nylon. This is Lion brand. Hold on. The one I'm holding up is white. I don't want to say orange. This is a product of Italy. And the crochet hook and the knit needle is the same, which is a 5mm. And I need the yardage, 125. What are they saying? Hand wash. Lay flat to dry. Really nice. I like this. So I buy every time I can order. This reminds me of a light chain link. That's what it looks like to me. I don't get no graphite using this pencil. It looks like a light chain. You see that? Yeah. So this may be a splitting yarn. It may be a splitting yarn. If I work with a lot of Susan Bates yarn, crochet hooks. See this, I'm trying to get a crochet hook that's open, and being that this is an overflow, everything is closed. Bear with me one second. Who is this? This is Susan. Bear with me. Let me put this down. Let me get I want to explain something right quick. Okay, here go one that's open. I put it back in the pack. Okay, sometimes if you have a split in yarn, you'll say this yarn, it's a split in yarn. It can be very aggravating when you in a groove of crocheting and the yarn is splitting. So here we have a Susan Bates crochet hook. And in here, right in here, Susan Bates, they call it an inline, but the throat, this is the throat right here. This is what hooks the yarn. In the throat right there. See? And it has a detailed inline other than the clover and the other ones that they sell. And also what distinguishes Susan Bates from the other, it's that pointy head. See that? It is designed to get into the yarn effortlessly without a problem. That is what it's designed to do. So this pronounced head makes it very easy for you to get into your stitches, get that yarn, and come out without a problem. That's what this is designed for. However, if you have Kobo by Lion Brand, which is a splitting yarn, I made a sweater, a sweater out of that yarn, and I had to go very slow. And I did some reading on splitting yarn, and I read that it's just lightly spun together. It's not a split yarn, it's lightly spun together. So what I read that maybe Susan Bates is not the right tool to use for that project. Maybe you need to go to a Clover, or I don't have any of the other brands. I'm not looking. Oh, I do have a Clover. I have a set of Clovers right here. Let me get brown because that's my favorite color. So the difference here, maybe you have to go with a Clover because the point is not as defined as a Susan Bates. And as you can see that right there. So with the Clover, although the throat on the Clover is not a deep throat incision as the Susan Bates. So what's going to happen, you're going to have a different turn in your wrist so the yarn doesn't slip out. If you're watching video when people do tutorials, you'll see the difference when somebody's using a crochet hook with this design or a Susan Bates. Susan Bates, they have left turn of the wrist, than they have with this. And the reason for all those turns is because of the throat. The throat doesn't catches the yarn and holds on to the yarn as well as this throat. And you have more movement, and more movement means more problems with your wrist. However, let's go back to the splitting of the yarn. I don't care for this because, for one reason, I wasn't raised on this type of crochet hook. However, I do understand that when when I am doing a project and the yarn is splitting, I need to gravitate to a crochet hook like this, so the head won't split the yarn. So most of the time, the yarn is splitting because we have the improper tools. So keep that in mind. And if it's still splitting after you change your tools, I don't know what the cause of that can be at all. So that's my lesson. Preaching to the choir again, right? Okay, bear with me. Let me put this stuff back. If you put it back. Okay, so I got the orange color, and I purchased, what are we calling this, mustard? Yellow. Yellow. Doesn't look like yellow to me. Looks more like beige. And I found out why my light was pouring here, because Calvin said the last time I was up here cleaning, I told him it was too hot, and he took out he unscrewed 2 of the balls of light bulbs. So I just turned them back on when I came up here. And I purchased, my order was light, which is good. I purchased Beautiful You. I purchased it because of the name, really. Estee Lauder have perfume, something beautiful. Is it called Beautiful? No. Okay, let's go. Let's move it on. 325 yards in this. I brought this to make a garment. See how pretty? Don't know when. And I need to collect some more. This is a fine 2. 3.2, 3.5 in the knitting needle, and 3.75 in the crochet hook. 1 of these will make a scarf, 2 of these will make a shawl, and 4 of these will make a sweater. Probably if you're a size small to medium. This is Deep Periwinkle. This is actually really pretty. This is like a marble. And that's a tight spun. You see that? And that will handle a Susan Bates crochet hook with no problem. So I bought a pack of those. See? Cut my bag open for you. So I need to get another set of these. Sometimes I think I'm bigger than I actually am, and I tend to order more yarn than I need for my garment. Okay, and I also purchased this color. And this is Aquatic. Yeah. And I like to place an order with Lion Brand with 3 in the pack, because Lion Brand do not give you any extra plastic in your box. And if you order 3, you'll get the heavy plastic. So this was the order from Lion Brand. Everyone, that completes this video. Someone said they missed me. Penny, make a video. I said I am. I was downloading and printing patterns yesterday. That's what I was doing. Okay, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. It warms my heart. Bye.